Hi everyone, this is Jim. Welcome to this Blitz chess postmortem video. This is a postmortem of my Blitz chess game number 144. I was black here, and I played a Sicilian. So let's check it out. Notice that we're playing all the most normal moves here. d6 slightly more common than knight c6. d4 takes, knight f6. And now my opponent plays the unusual move, bishop d3. So that's another way to defend this pawn, and it allows white to play the move c4 later and set up a Maroczy bind if he wants, because he hasn't defended with the knight. I don't know if that's his idea here. He didn't actually play that way. Knight c6 or e6 are moves here, g6. Looks like this move is not putting too much pressure on black, so he has a wide choice of moves to play, and the opening advantage for white is not particularly significant here. So this is like so many of these offbeat openings, it's maybe keeps some slight edge for white, but pretty much it's equalizing. So I play knight c6, he takes, take back, and then he castles. And here the chess engine prefers a different move than what I played. It likes g6 or queen c7. I went ahead and played e5, figuring that, well, this bishop is trapped in behind the pawn. Let's go back to the notation tab. So why not keep that that bishop in prison, but and it's still a fine opening for black, you know, with the advantage of only 0.1 for white. That's means black is doing well. So we continue development. Knight c3, bishop e7, king h1, preparing the move f4 without having to worry about nasty checks along this diagonal. So I could see that f4 was coming, and I thought I should prepare a counterstrike with d5. But if you look at this, the chess engine says I can just ignore that whole f4 idea. So chess engines are sometimes, well, you know, they calculate, they don't have emotions. They have nothing to fear from this attack. And in fact, they think black is good here. So say rook b8. Just getting the rook on an open file and asking white how he wants to develop his dark squared bishop, or if he wants to waste time with b3. And if he takes here, apparently there's just not much going on. Although he has opened up the f file, and long term, I mean, he could play bishop g5 and double his rooks here. So he might get some pressure in the long run, but the chess engine is pretty confident that it can defend this position. I didn't want to get into that. Sometimes it's helpful to counter attack anyway, just to keep your opponent busy so he doesn't have time to organize his attack. But in this case, it looks like this is good for white. So let's see how it goes. Exchange pawns there, and then he throws in this check bishop e5. It looks like queen e2 would have been the best way to follow up. Interesting idea. Queen e2, attacking the e pawn, so e4, and then bishop b5 check. So it's kind of similar to what we play. So let's put this on the board. Bishop b5 check. And now I can just play bishop d7. I was having some kind of hallucination during the game. I was thinking after here that he could take my pawn because it's no longer defended. And of course he can take the pawn, but I can take his bishop. And it doesn't matter that he can take over here with tempo, because I'm just a piece up. So I don't know, I somehow misunderstood the position here and played king f8. So it did lead to an interesting game, you have to say. I've given white a lot of rope here, and now he proceeds to try and do something with it. He plays bishop g5. Let's see, the chess engine likes bishop c6 here. Yeah, just directly win some material. Bishop c6. Put the bishop on this square, and it forks the rook and the pawn. And this pawn is defended twice, but this would be the third attacker. So after I move the rook, he can snatch up that pawn. So that would be a way to play. And the chess engine actually recommends giving up the exchange here. Bishop c6, bishop a6. Oh, counterattacking that rook. Okay, so it gets to be a complicated line, but it favors white. But my opponent played bishop g5, natural move to take away this defender of the king side, continue his king side attack plans. But I can play d4 here, and I do. So, and now the advantage is swung back to my side. So he, to the dark pieces. So he takes, and it's interesting, yeah, it likes g takes over bishop takes. I played this way because I was thinking if the knight comes here to e4, you know, to try and put more pressure on f6, the queen can come to d5, forking the knight and the bishop. And knight e4 is the best move here, and he plays it. And queen d5 is not the best response. It likes rook b8, just ignoring these threats. It's just interesting that it thinks black is better here. I guess one advantage black has is he has the two bishops. Another advantage is he has more pawns in the center. So in a way he has more space. But white seems pretty comfortable, and black's king looks mighty peculiar. But I guess I have open lines for both my rooks, so even though my king is not properly castled, if he can't exploit it, then I guess it's not a problem. So anyway, yeah, the chess engine likes this position for white. So I play queen d5, for black, still keeping some advantage. And he defends. He didn't defend in the best way. The chess engine points out that the queen can go to e2 or d3, and from those squares it defends both the bishop and the knight. Bishop and knight. So queen e2 or queen d3 would be good moves. So after queen d5, he played bishop d3, and maybe not as precise because his queen is less active. But this potentially is a good diagonal for the bishop. It's now hitting on a pawn on the king side, and may have some post here, like f5, for example. But currently that's guarded by my bishop. Anyway, I play rook g8 here. I was still thinking of how to put pressure on this knight, and I realized that if I play the rook to g8, there's a kind of pin on the knight because the queen and the rook coordinate on the g2 square, and then I could play bishop f4. So this is what happens, rook g8. Black's in rook g8. Yeah. Queen d2. Threatening to come in here and check, and I had to pause and calculate the check, but it seems harmless. Bishop f5 attacking the knight. He does the check. Okay, I'm going to move my king to e8. And now the chess engine likes this position for white. I wonder where I went wrong. Oh, it didn't like the bishop f5 move. So this idea of putting pressure on the knight is maybe not the best way to play it. Thinks I should just play f5 to kick the knight. Definitely an interesting idea. I thought the knight could just go to f6 though. g3. Yeah, f5 knight g3. It blocks the attack, but f5 knight g3 rook b8. I guess it's a good position for me. The other idea is rook b8 immediately, knight g3 f5. So those transpose. That's the same line really. So yeah, I didn't like f5 knight g3. I thought that kind of put a stop to my attack. So I played bishop f5. And so now it's switched to being slightly in white's favor. He gets a check here. And looks like rook g7 would be a better way to play that. But I just walked my king away, inviting this knight check because I realized that after I take, there's still this threat hanging. So here, this is actually the losing move. See, it suddenly dropped to 3 points. And the problem is it's a sacrifice. He's expecting to get his piece back and have be a pawn up. But no matter which piece he takes, the queen could take this bishop or his bishop could take this bishop. But neither one of them meets the threat of checkmate. So he needs to play something like f3, and then I can save my bishops and be a piece up. So after f3, bishop g5. Yeah, attacking the queen, buying a tempo to save the other bishop. Okay, so he played bishop f5, and I played queen g2. Checkmate, and that's how it ended. Hope you guys enjoyed that, a nice little miniature. If you have any comments, leave them in the section below, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.